Natalie and Chris, I am so thankful and excited this day has finally come for the both of you. And just like any good story, it starts with once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Chris who had an Instagram crush on a beautiful girl named Natalie.
I remember Chris told me about his Instagram crush and how she goes to K-State too, and he's looking at all of her pictures all the time. And I was like, bro, stop stalking her.
Not long after, Chris was at a party with friends when, what do you know, his Instagram crush walked in, and he knew he had to have her. So when he finally asked her out, she had to say yes. But that is only one part of your guys' story.
We've already become best mates with your friendship that makes me feel at home every day. And we are playing sports, my favorite teammate, so it only seems fitting that we add one more, life mates.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Natalie and Chris and their families, we'd like to thank you for being here. This relationship between Chris and Natalie doesn't start today, but it started almost 4 years ago. Today is a culmination of almost 4 years of courting each other, learning about each other, falling in love, and ultimately committing their lives to one another.
Christopher, before you, I had no idea that one person could represent so many meanings, arouse so many feelings, and fill so many roles in my life.
I'm so excited to call you my wife, and I know this life ahead is going to be one that I can't wait to see. I love you, pretty girl, and I can't wait to see that smile here very shortly.
You are my best friend and the person I want to come home to at the end of every day. I am overwhelmed with the amount of joy I feel today, getting to marry you and knowing how beautiful this life will be living beside you. I love you with all of my being. Now let's get married. Your love, baby doll, pretty girl, Nat.
Chris, you have 4 minutes. Over it, Chris.
Nat, I will say you're getting a man I've looked up to growing up. A true gentleman who puts himself before others at all times. And Chris, you're getting a beautiful girl and one of the kindest people I've ever met in Nat.
And Chris, truly you are so beloved to our family. You've been patient and gracious with us, and we adore your goofy and lighthearted spirit. We most especially love how you have cared for Nat with kindness and gentleness.
Chris and Natalie, I have seen you grow with one another, encourage and support each other, work through things together, but most of all, love one another wholeheartedly.
So let's all raise our glasses and cheers to happily ever after for Mr. and Mrs. Avey.